Greetings, exiles and foodies, and welcome to my final update for a Leap Slam Ignite Elementalist Golem Mancer. And let me tell you, this league start, we're a bit over a week into the league. It has been fantastic. Currently, I am sitting on a few investment and 1100 Chaos Orb and 2 Divine Orb and a little here and there, but basically most of my currency is tied up in this character. Now, I'm not gonna invest much more into this, as I've been basically cleared T16 pretty smooth. I've done Maven, I've done 5 waves, I've done Simulacrum until wave 12, 13, and then I've gotten all the Void Stones and killed the Elder Shaper fight, and yeah, basically except for Uber bosses, I've touched everything in the face of this character, and it's just been breeze. Maybe for Maven I died 2 to 3 times, but that's because I'm bad at Maven fights, honestly speaking, but that's about it. As you can see in the background here, the clear has also been absolutely amazing. I basically swapped on a ton of damage with the Rebuke of the Wall. I've seen people going for another Val thing that makes Ignite you inflict with the weapon deal damage fast, but I just found this is more versatile, and this gives us some attack speed, which is also quite nice quality of life for this build. Next to that, the biggest upgrade I could make would probably be swapping out the helmet. And let me just pull up PoE here. As you can see, if I added the Dark Monarch, let's just go over here to this, and I'm hovering over here. You can see the Dark Monarch. If I did this, the DPS would go from around 5.4 till 1.1 million plus. Next to that, we'll get more tanky, of course, more chaos damage. And other than that, we'll have more golems, which means more uptime on things like flame, lightning, ice, and of course the stone golems here. So we will have a much safer uptime on the golems and the buffs they provide. So this is the biggest upgrade I could make right now. However, as it stands of right now, I'm gonna leave this character as it is, as this is basically my goal for all leagues. I want to get all 4 Void Stones, I want to clear the Atlas and just basically everything except Uber bosses. I'm gonna toss at my Leaguestarter and make a vote from there. Was it good? Was it bad? How did it feel? So, with that in mind, what's the next project? The next project is... where did I toss it? Here. I'm gonna try the Lost Unity, which grant Herald of the Hive skill. This Herald of Hive, basically it gives you a ton of flat damage the more heralds affecting you. Next to that, we're gonna be running a Foulborn, the Coming Calamity. I bought this relatively cheap actually, which was kind of surprising. But basically, we've removed the line that states Herald always have a 45% of your mana reserved, so we can now have more heralds active, including the Lost Unity. Then at a point I really want to slap in a either level 4 or level 3 Enlighten, otherwise we most likely won't be able to have all the heralds that we want. And then I've bought this Crest of Desire, because this, with either things like Tornado, one of the transfigured one that gives the tornado spins faster the more quality it have, and then of course that or Blade Fall of Tarthros, the one that just keeps spinning. I'm not sure if we can keep falling blades on the enemies, but I'm not sure if we can sustain the mana on that one. I'll get back to that. But basically the idea would be, let me just pick, not the Atlas tree here. We've picked up the Lucia bloodline, and of course here I want to go for Farewell to Flesh, which gives Herald skills have more buff effect for every 1 maximum mana reserved. This combined with the Bringer of Ruin, the Leech of Primordial, and then I'm gonna pick off Bastion of Elements, and then I haven't decided if we're going for Mastermind or Shape of Flames, Shape of Winter, Shape of Storms. But basically these 3 nodes here, and then I'm gonna pick up something else. Not sure that we're using 2 points up here. So we're picking up these 3. I'm very sorry, that was me with a brain fart. Anyways, we're picking up those, and then most likely we're gonna swap out the cluster jewels that you see here and here, and then we're gonna keep this spiritual aid. This is also one of the ways I could upgrade the current Leap Slam character that I have by getting better cluster jewels, basically. Renewal, Primordial Bond, so I don't have to go all the way up here to get Primordial Bond, but it will be either here or here, and we will basically skip a ton of points. And yeah, that's basically it for now. So far, we're sitting at approximately 5 million DPS, and we could easily upgrade to 6.5 million with the Dark Monarch, and of course, getting better Flask would also help a ton with the Primordial Bond cluster jewels. Let me just find one here. Could also be upgraded for much more damage, considering we would get more skill points from it, and we could add a 3rd cluster jewel by reworking our passive tree a little. So with everything in mind, and that's my next project, and if you have any question, leave them in the comment below. I've had a few questions like, how do we off-color the chest that we have? How to off-color, so a thing like Covenant. I bought this Covenant 6-linked all white sockets, but if you can't get one with white sockets like this one, but if you're getting the one that's off, basically the best way to get a off color on a int-based body armor, where you need 2 green, 3 red here, I would suggest you use the Tainty Chromatic Orbs, because it literally the sockets will get reforged with completely randomized, so it's not too many these you have to use, and at the given point they're basically free, and you should be able to hit this relatively fast. Other than that, there's always the white socket craft from Varici in Betrayal, or you could get things like white crafts socketed with the horticrafting station, or you could get the, let me just find it here, Omen of Blanching. So these are some of the options that you can get to get this off color here, and I'm most likely gonna swap out of this build now and yeah, start working towards a Herald build. If you have any questions, as mentioned, leave them in the comment below, and I will make or do my best to make sure that I answer everything. So anyways, have fun out there. See you in the next build guide, and stay up to date. Stay sane, Exiles.